Or is your boyfriend around tonight? You sure look good.
250,000 ink drops per second. From room temperature to 500 degrees centigrade, 5,000 times a second. 50 nozzles of 50 micron in diameter in a space measuring 40 square millimeters. The new Arnad factory, a few kilometers from Ivrea, has greatly increased the production capacity of print heads and refills for all products using Olivetti inkjet technology. This technology and production capacity is unique in Europe and is being aimed at a market in rapid expansion thanks to the speed, print quality, excellent price-quality ratio, and low management costs that inkjet print technology guarantees in all application fields. This burgeoning and partly unforeseen growth created a demand that outstripped production capacity in 1994, especially in the key areas of print heads and refills. To meet the growing demand for print heads and refills in the European and overseas market, Olivetti launched an impressive investment program in 1994, worth over $60 million, in order to bring production capacity up from 10,000 to 50,000 pieces a day in little more than 12 months. A quick look at the key production phases in the Arnad factory is enough to show how this complex technological challenge was confronted and resolved. At the heart of ink technology is the actuator group that generates ink ejection, a component that, at a production level, brings together the most complex technological challenges: maximum miniaturization, perfect dimensional stabilization, high-quality, extremely reliable electrical connections, fail-safe physical processes governing drop generation and ejection, relying heavily on micro-automation, chemical processes, and continuous quality controls both online and on the finished components. The technology needed to work the silicon used to produce the heating element requires the same sophisticated and dust-free working environment needed for the production of microchips, and is flanked by the most advanced photolithographic and electrogalvanic techniques used for the production of nozzles plate. The entire process up to the coupling phase takes place in a dust-free environment, the so-called clean rooms, to avoid the risk of micro-intrusions and subsequent defects. Each production phase requires a series of checks and controls, both electric and automatic, as well as visual and therefore human, to guarantee the reliability and perfect functioning of the key components. Once the heating element has been coupled with the nozzles plate and has undergone a 100% component control, it is soldered onto the electric circuit linked to the logical part of the equipment using a robotized micro-soldering process that is also checked 100%. And then it is assembled on the plastic body, another process that is thoroughly tested all the way. Simultaneously, the refill is produced. This contains a special ink that guarantees total non-toxicity, can withstand thermal shock, and remains constantly fluid. The refill production process includes extremely strict quality control of the spongy material that receives the ink, the insertion of the sponge into the tank, the vacuum filling process to ensure that all air bubbles are eliminated, and a 100% final check with alphabetical and graphic print tests. This complex production process requires as many as 230 steps over 22 working days. The Arnad industrial project is able to guarantee 21,000 printheads per day by March and 10 million printheads per year by the end of '95. Clear proof of Olivetti's dedicated efforts to enhance its leadership in inkjet technology.